Welcome to this practice. This is an early summer practice as things really start to warm and the days lengthen. A practice to help to increase the fire flow within. Could have some detoxifying effect. And as such, please don't do this if you've eaten even anything light in the last couple of hours. Really do this on an empty stomach. First thing in the morning would be perfect. We'll probably go for about 35 minutes. I'll give you options where you could make the practice longer, staying longer in Shavasana, adding in some extra breathing or another part of your flow. But that's about how long it will take, more or less. So what will you need? You'll need something to sit on the floor. Obviously, if you're better in a chair, you can do that. But this practice is going to be with less modifications. I'll mention a couple of things, but I wanted to give a more kind of intermediate flow for this one. And then a brick block, something like this that you can use. You could always use a really well folded up blanket. So it will be to put between our legs later on. So whatever you're going to sit upon, take a seat. And if you're sitting on the floor, please bring your right leg in front in any cross-legged position. And really take the time to attend to your posture. So especially both when we're more familiar with practice, sometimes we get into habits of sitting and habits, stick, and we just kind of find our posture and that's it. So it's good to pay a little bit more attention. And also when you're newer to practice as well, helping you to really find that balance between groundedness, good connection to the earth, and uprightness. So right away, your posture reflects a certain poise of heart-mind. So if you're comfortable to close your eyes, do that, or lower your gaze. Connecting with the natural flow of your breath. And each time your breath flows out, settling down into your earth connection a little bit more. And softening any areas that might be willing and available to soften. And with each breath in, feeling into your uprightness and openness, alertness. And feeling into this intent of this practice today, of stoking the inner fire, would have some cleansing effect, detoxifying effect. And then if your eyes are closed, opening up your eyes and taking a simple twist to your right. I'm doing my right side, so I'm not mirroring you. Your left hand can come across, right hand behind, but really feel you can twist from your waist, maybe draw the right shoulder back a little bit more, and let your head then follow. So a soft, steady nostril breath. Next breath out, release. Breathe in at the center, breathe out, rotate left. Maybe drawing the left shoulder blade in towards the spine, a little bit more, feeling your uprightness and rootedness here. And then your next breath out, releasing to the center. So we'll gather up the knees, remove whatever it is you're sitting upon, and please come to lie down, whichever way you're going to get there, onto your belly. So stretch your legs back, bring your forehead down and your arms forward with your palms up. A full prostration. I'm lifting my head so you can hear me. Please rest your head down, forehead on the ground. Wiggle, settle, resettle into the ground. And bring your attention down low with your breath so that you feel the belly, the lower ribs moving as you breathe. And with the awareness of breathing in 360 degrees, so front, sides, and back movement, expanding with the breath in, contraction, release with the breath out. And then keeping your breathing steady, bring your focus, your attention to the space between the eyebrows, around that area, the third eye, the eye of fire, and have that feeling, sense as if you're gazing down into the earth and into your body, the earth of your body and the earth beneath you. And then bringing your head up and bringing your arms back to come into cobra, palms down, sphinx, supported sphinx. So tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, stretch back into your heels, push your pubic bones down, firm your arms down, draw your chest a little bit forward, and then place your knees down, tops of your feet down, but then firm your legs. So your knees might lift a little bit off the floor. Free your neck, turning your head a little bit side to side. And then come back to the center and one humming bee breath as you breathe out. Breathing again through your nose, in and out without sound, releasing your elbows out to the sides, sliding your hands back as for cobra. Now again, refirm your legs, press your feet down, rise into a low cobra, and then lower just so the center of your chest touches down. Your head can stay a little bit up. Now with your breath, you could try breathing in, rising up, legs firm, breathing out, lowering to center of chest. Breathing in, spread your hands, hug your elbows in and back, breathing out and lowering. Keep going, keeping your lower body firm and steady, and just coming up as far as you comfortably can, really igniting, engaging the muscles along either side of your spine as you lift and lower. 2 more times. Breath in, rising up, and breath out, lowering down. Last one. Now, tuck your toes under. Before you lift to all fours, pull your front ribs in towards your spine, Push your hands down, lift to all fours, and then bring the third eye area to the ground in a wide knee child's pose. Rest your elbows down. Gaze into your body, the earth of your body, the earth beneath you, really connecting into that sense of earth, the ground. And then coming up to all fours, regular all fours position. Check you have a good, balanced and steady foundation. Cat-cow, Asana. Breathing in to extension and breathing out into a flex spine. And once you've done a couple of rounds, then see about lengthening the duration of your breath out. So the flexion part will be longer, a little bit more emphasized. So the breath out, maybe half as long again, 1.5 times the length of the breath in. No strain, but just exploring, be curious. Your breath in should feel comfortable. One more time. Breathing in, extending your spine, and breathing out, rounding your spine. Now coming back to neutral, make a fist with thumbs up and place those on the ground, mushti. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, hover a moment, and then step your right foot forward to your hands. Keep your back heel off the floor, lunge your right leg, stay here a moment, feeling the ground, marking it down beneath your right foot and the ball of your left foot, and sending your inner right knee forward, inner left heel back, and then push down to come up and rotate over your right leg. Bring the elbow over, palms together, and twist. Keep firming down into your feet, twisting from your belly. Set your gaze steady. Your head is following rather than leading. Soft breath through your nose. And exhale, release. Bring the knee down, other knee down. Keep your toes tucked. Sit back a bit. If you can sit all the way back with your toes tucked, do it. You could also add a gentle back bend here. So drawing your shoulder blades together, don't drop your head back, but you can look up. And then releasing upright, coming back with mushti, fists under the shoulders, lift your knees and step your left foot forward. Stay here, lunging your left leg. Send the inner left knee forward, inner right heel back. So ground down into your feet, actively push them down. And then kind of pull them in towards the center. So you connect from your feet and legs into your belly. Will help you rise. And then rotate left, bring your elbow across, palms together, rotated lunge. Draw the shoulder blades together, press your palms together. Keep refining the lunge. Steady gaze, steady breath. One more. And then release. Bring knee down, toes tucked. Sit back a little bit or all the way. Maybe add the back bend, this time perhaps with your hands either side of your sacrum. Looking up rather than dropping your head back. And then coming upright and coming back to a regular all fours position. So palms down, tops of your feet down. And then churning in the hips. So shifting over to the right, rounding lower back over to the left, dipping down to come to the right, rounding and going to the left. So upper body, shoulders, head staying more steady and really just churning beneath the navel, side to side, up and down. Maybe with this longer breath out. And then pause and let's go the other way. Left, round, right, dip, left. Rounding lower back to the right, extending over to the left. Keep going. Keep firming down into your hands, neck long. One more. Right. Coming back to the center. Neutral all fours. Tuck your toes under. Come back. Maybe just one more toe stretch there. Have your brick block handy. We're going to transition into a standing position. So lift your knees, place your feet on the ground, about hips width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Soften your knees. You can really fold in, feel your lower ribs connecting with your legs, releasing, letting go of your head. 360-degree awareness with your breath coming low and slow through your nose. And then Ardha Uttanasana, maybe with your legs straighter, lifting halfway up, lengthening, hands on the floor or hands on your shins. And then bend your knees like you're sitting down in a chair. Bring your hands to your thighs, lift your chest. Raise your arms, so variation of Utkatasana, and then push your feet down to come up to stand and release. So I'm just turning, so I'm facing you. You can stay facing whichever way is best for you. So take your brick block, come over. It's going to work best for me to stand, and bring it in. If you've got one like this, you could have it on this narrow rather than this one between your legs. So you're going to hug that block, and there's like an inner rotation in the thighs as well. So the block will press slightly back behind you as you do that. You can gaze down at your feet and check that your feet aren't doing anything too funky, but they're more or less pointing forward, and you can settle your weight down between the heels and balls of your feet. So from here, come back to Utkatasana. So squeeze that block, sit back into chair pose, raise your arms. Breathing in here, breathing out, come more parallel to the ground, sweep your arms back. Breathing in, squeeze the block, lift the chest and arms. Breathing out, squeeze the block, chest parallel to ground, arms back. Breathing in and breathing out. Option to do this on your balls of your feet. Lift your heels off the floor. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more times. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. If your heels are up, bring them down. Breathing in, Utkatasana. Breathing out, stand up. Reach up overhead. Especially if you haven't got a roof in the way, reaching straight up, root your feet down. Firm your legs into that block. Feel your body rooted and upright. And that focus when you were sitting. Good. And then we're going to fold. So hinging forward, folding down into Uttanasana, so you decide whether your legs stay straight or bend a bit or a bit more. Hold Uttanasana. Breathing here, you still got the block there, squeeze the block. And then walk it forward into plank, regular plank. Your feet probably be a little closer together than normal, but bring your hands under your shoulders, firm your whole body, squeeze the block, and then go back into down dog with the block. Move your hips back and up. You can move them a little bit side to side. Free your neck. Let's do one pranayama breath here, humming bee. Going to walk your hands back to your feet, stepping them little steps back. Uttanasana, fold, standing forward, fold, stay. Utkatasana, bend your knees, lift your chest, lift your arms, hold, stay, and then breathing in, standing all the way up, and breathing out, lowering your arms down and releasing the block out to the side, standing steady, standing firm. So you can step out into a wide leg position, or depending where you're standing, just heel toe your feet out. Check the feet are more in line with one another and that they're more parallel to one another. So we're not turning them out or too much in here. So prasarita padottanasana position, wide leg forward fold. So take a gentle back bend here if you wish. Shoulder blades together, lifting the heart space, lifting the gaze, and then come through upright, hinge from your hips and fold. Bringing your hands down under your shoulders, staying halfway up, halfway down. Be on your finger pads or palms. And connecting in with your breath here. So we're going to do a little flow with the breath. So you're going to stay here, breathing in, breathing out. Pause the breath out and fold into Prasarita Padottanasana. Bend your knees as you need to. Then breathe in to come back to Ardha. Breathing out, stay. And in the pause afterwards, lengthen that pause, fold down, wide leg forward fold. Then you're ready to breathe in. Walk your hands forward, lengthen. Look forward, stay there to breathe out, and then in the pause, fold. Of course, soften your knees as you need to for the fold. One more time like that, or with me, lengthen for a breath. Fold in the pause, in the breath out. Still keeping the breath out, come back to the half forward fold and then breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, fold in the pause, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Stay with the breath held out, come back into the half forward fold, and then breathing in and breathing out. One last time, folding in the pause. Stay. And then lengthen in the pause as well. And then breathing in, breathing out. Stay halfway up, halfway down, or fold in as you prefer. Maybe if you're folding, hold your ankles. Prasarita Padottanasana. Stay and breathe gently and steadily. And then if you're folded in, come halfway up, halfway down. We'll heel toe the feet in to about hips width apart. Lengthening here, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold Uttanasana. Come back through Utkatasana, all the way up to stand and release. So, wherever you are, have ended up on your mat, you can adjust. Probably be easiest to be facing the screen to see well, so you don't have to turn your head at all. We'll do a little bit with balance. So you, of course, can scooch over to be near a wall to use hand on the wall. We're going to raise our right leg first, so it might be helpful to have your left hand near a wall. So shift your weight more into your left foot. Interlace your fingers, right thumb on top, and raise your right knee up. And if you can, hook around and bring the knee up in towards the chest. So it's like a standing lunge. Rest your shoulders down your back, lengthen through the back of your neck. So if I show you from the side, really engage all through your back body, set your gaze steady ahead of you. And then release, bringing the foot down, releasing your arms down, and then bringing your left arm up and taking a side bend to the right, coming up, bringing that arm down, raising your right arm up, taking a side bend to the left, coming back up. And let's repeat, let's do it with the breath. Breathing in, raise your arm. Breathing out, really feel your obliques working here. Breathing in, breathing out. So really going to the side, breathing out rather than going forward or back for this one. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Root down into your feet. If it's better, you can bend the knee. Breathing out, arm down, breathing in, arm up, breathing out, contracting one side, lengthening through the other. And breathing in, breathing out. Now interlace your fingers behind your back. Right thumb on top again. I'll show you from the side. Hands on your sacrum, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Step your right foot back, a regular step. So you're on the ball and toes of the foot, the heel is up. Stretch your arms down, back and up. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Thumb down into your left foot. And release. So here you can bring your left palm to the center of your chest or onto the wall and take your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Line your knees more, set your gaze. Now, bend your left knee a little as you press your right foot back and up and start to come more parallel to the ground. Version of Natarajanasana. You can reach your left arm forward and straighten up. There we go. The wobbles, come back if you wobble. Like me, left foot rooting down. Really string the bow. Steady your breath. Only straighten the bottom leg if you can. And then release, coming out. Standing rooted and tall. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest and breathing in, raise your arms up. You can look up, back bend a little. Breathing out and fold, Uttanasana. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, step your right leg back. Breathing in, raise your arms and body up. Breathing out, hands down, step back, plank. Breathing in. Now breathing out, stay. And then breathing in, stay. And then breathing out, keep your toes tucked under. Just lower your hips like a version of up dog. Firm your legs, breathing here. Send your inner heels back. Lift your chest, look forward, and then bend your knees back into downward facing dog. Move your hips side to side. Free your neck. Round through the balls of the fingers, the roots of the fingers, the pads of the fingers. And then breathing in, raise your right leg back and up, hips more level. Breathing out, step your foot forward and then your left foot. Breathing in, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, fold Uttanasana. Bend your knees, breathing in, Utkatasana. And breathing out, Tadasana, Anjali Mudra. And then rest your arms down by your sides. Grow tall to the crown. Grow roots a little bit more into the earth. Feel the fire inside. Imagine you could stoke that right from the earth. Feel connection into your belly, the fire in your belly, and that flame rising towards the heart and up to the space between your eyebrows. Close your eyes and bring your palms over your eyes. Focus on that space between your eyebrows. And gaze there with your eyes closed. Madhya Drishti. And then open your eyes, look into the dark. Slowly release your hands down. So interlace your fingers, left thumb on top. Shift your weight to your right foot. Raise your left leg up. If you're not ready to balance, you can always put the foot on a chair or something, or bring it up, hook it around. Settle your shoulders down and back. Really line up through your back body. Sometimes it feels better to have the front foot active or engaged, aware through your body. Your tongue rest in the roof of your mouth as you soften your eyes and jaw. Now, step it down. This time, just separate your thumbs, turn your palms up and stretch up, and we'll do the side bend with the arms like this. So breathing out to the left first this time, breathing into the center, breathing out to the right, breathing in to the center, breathing out to the left, breathing in to the center, and breathing out to the right. One more time. Coming back to the center, releasing your arms down. Interlace your hands behind your back, left thumb on top, hands to your sacrum. Step your left leg back, so left foot stays on the left side. Don't need to bring it back behind your right foot. Heel is up. Stay here or stretch your arms down, back and up. String the bow here, send the heart space forward and up, lift your gaze. Don't drop your head back. Then from here, coming more upright, right hand comes to the wall or onto the center of your chest. Hold to the outside of your left foot. With your left hand, line your knees up more, bringing the heel in towards your bum. Steady here. Stay or bend your right knee. And as you press the left foot back to your hand, extend your right arm forward, palm up, bringing your torso more parallel to the floor. Maybe straightening your right bottom leg. Send your inner left thigh more towards the sky if you can. So your left foot isn't going way out to the left. Try and keep the left knee, foot more in line with that hip. Moving back and up. And then release. We'll come immediately to Anjali Mudra this time. Steady there, gathered. Soft nostril breath. Breathing in, raise your arms, back bend a little perhaps. Breathing out, fold. Uttanasana. Knees soft or bent or straight. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, left leg back. Breathing in, rise, high lunge. Breathing out, hands down, step back, plank. Breathing here, getting steady. We're going to keep the toes tucked under, legs firm, but lower the hips, shoulders over the wrists, toes tucked under, up dog. Really firm your legs and your inner heels back, shoulder blades together, and then bent knees. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Move your hips side, side. Lengthen, get some traction through your spine, and then left leg, bring it back and up, Ekapada, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and breathing out, lunge, right foot forward, breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold, breathing out, Uttanasana, forward fold, breathing in, Utkatasana, let's stay, let's add a twist. So stay here, rotate right, bring the elbow across. So this is one of those ones where your hips might move, and you can check that by checking your knees stay more or less level. Make a fist with your left hand this time and bring the right palm on top of it and push down to rotate. Rooting down into your feet. Come back to Utkatasana, stay with it if you can, feel the fire in your legs. Rotate left with a fist, mushti, left palm on top, use it like a lever. One more breath here, Utkatasana, and then Uttanasana, fold, coming down. Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen, and then step it out, however you're best going to get there, into plank. And back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then come down into wide knee child's pose. So you could, if you like, use your block under your forehead, resting it right there, bringing your attention to the space between your eyebrows, elbows down, or rest your head directly on the ground. Let the volume of your tongue fill your mouth, in the roof of your mouth, so your tongue feels soft and at ease. And then lifting forward away from your heels, tucking your toes under, bringing your hands back, lift your knees, come into Malasana, squat. So if you need something under your heels, bring it, or stay here with your hands on the floor, heels up, or lower them down. Anjali Mudra here. Feel a balance between left side and right, front body and back body, in breath and out breath. And can you imagine right from the arches of your feet, drawing up through your inner leg line, into the pelvic floor, into your belly, belly to heart, heart to third eye. And then if you have the balance here, palm your eyes, eyes closed, palms over your eyes. If you prefer, you can come to sit with your feet on the floor and do it like this, elbows on your thighs. So you have the palming of the eyes as well. Gaze to that space between your eyebrows. And then open your eyes, look into the dark, release your hands. If you're still in Malasana, join us sitting on the ground and take your cushion for sitting, or come to whatever you're going to use, And sit with your left leg folded in front in whatever position you're going to take. And once again, take time. So you might move flesh of your bottom, rotate your thighs, really check the height so you can feel really steady here. It's good to have your knees down or something underneath them. Often a little lowering of the chin, moving the head a little back in space changes a lot. So we're going to do Bhastrika breathing, bellows breath. So don't do this if you don't know this practice, please. If you do know it, you'll know the precautions and you'll know if to avoid it. If you're not sure, don't do it. You can just focus on breathing in and out through your nose, feeling the breath in this low area, expanding as you breathe in, contracting as you breathe out. Otherwise, with me, Bhastrika. Please breathe light, very lightly and gently as you release the Bhastrika. Bring your inner gaze to the space between the eyebrows, your eyes closed. And imagine that fire rising up, igniting the eye of fire, your eye of seeing, insight. Fire in the belly, igniting the heart space up through the throat into the space between your eyebrows. Okay, let's do another one. Let's take Yana mudra, so thumb and index finger joined together, help keep the prana within, the energy within. Another round of Bhastrika. So remember, we're pumping from the belly, chest staying more soft and relaxed. Breathe light, gently. Focus, inner gaze, Prabhatya Drishti. Maybe have this intent of purification, of cleansing. And we'll do one more round. So if you're not doing Bhastrika, you just keep the focus. You can even bring your hands here, just enjoying your breath, steady and gentle, but with this focus on the expansion and contraction here, but it doesn't need to be big. Otherwise, we're pumping out the belly with the breath in the belly with the breath out. One last round. It's really helpful if after an invigorating, activating practice like that, that you breathe really lightly, Very gentle breaths afterwards. Very subtle. Feel the stillness within. Gaze to the space between the eyebrows. If you have Yana Mudra, release. I'm going to take another simple twist, sitting, but with the breath. So we're going to breathe in here. Breathe out, rotate right. And stay. And a pause after the breath out, twist a little bit more. And then breathe in to the center. Breathe out to the left. Add a pause with the breath out. Rotate a little bit more to the left. And then breathe in to the center. One more time. Breathe out, rotate right. Hold the breath out. Rotate a little bit more. Breathe in to the center. And breathe out, rotate left. Pause with the breath out. And breathe in, back to the center. Make like a shallow bowl with your left hand just below the navel, and mushti, fingers curled in, thumbs up with your right, and bring that to rest in the bowl of the left hand. Shiva Lingam Mudra, energy charging mudra. Again, attend to your posture, any micro adjustments. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Really focus on feeling rooted and upright, soft and alert. Imagine kindling the energy within. Letting your breath flow unhindered, without pause. Just as it wants to be, but through your nose as much as possible. With this focus on the sense of charging up. Feeling your energy contained within, and yet connected to the energy of the earth, beneath, the sky above. Just keep refocusing your attention gently and patiently each time it wanders. Let your breath be how it would like to be, through your nose, gently in and out. Like bring in this desire, this longing for your energy to really awaken, to feel your vibrancy, your vitality more and more. In the service of your life, so all the people that you connect with, creatures, the beings, the more than human world, so that you can move and be and function more effectively, without burning out so easily, being able to have that stamina that the fire brings. It clears out all the dross, so you feel more clarified. So we'll release the mudra, and suggestion now is you just sit quietly for a few minutes, or lie down in shavasana, or segue maybe into some coherent breathing. That's part of your practice, or something you'd like to revisit that you've done before. Be a nice time to do a few minutes of that before resting at ease. Or if this is all the time you have, then just take these few moments here with me now, sitting quietly. So if your practice has kind of faltered a little bit of late or a lot, it happens, then maybe feeling this kind of like rekindling of like coming back to that discipline of practice. Do you feel the benefits in your body, heart, mind right now? And if you're continuing on with your practice, then I wish you well for the rest of your practice. Otherwise, ending with me now. Thank you for practicing. May your practice be of great benefit.